Hi friends, welcome to English Learning Stop. So in this lesson we are going to learn about rules of spelling. As you can already see on the board, spelling rules are written. Now when you are going to frame something, for example you are going to write an essay, or you are going to form a short paragraph, or you are narrating something and you do spelling mistakes, that looks pretty bad, awful, right? So today we are going to learn some of the rules how the spellings work, and I hope after this video you won't be able to make any mistakes. So let's begin. The rule number 1, it says it's a one syllable word. That means, like for example, I have the word over here as bag. But now before going to this term, let's see the definition what it has to say. It says the word ending in a single vowel plus single consonant. I have a vowel over here, as you can see, as well as I have a consonant over here. Doubles the consonant before a suffix that begins with a vowel. That means when I am going to construct this, it becomes a beggar. We are adding a suffix over here, right? To this word we add a suffix. That means when we are adding a suffix, the last consonant, that is G, will be doubled over here, that is double G. So whenever you see a vowel here over here and a consonant over here, you are simply going to double the consonants over here before adding a suffix that ends with a vowel, that is A. I hope that is clear. Let's see some other examples. For example, I say run, and I could say as runner. I could have even say as running. So both are correct. Now when you are adding a suffix to it, you have already doubled the consonant, that is the last one, N. N is doubled over here, as well as in running, N is doubled. Then when you are adding a suffix, you are ending over here with a vowel that is E and a vowel over here that is I. So it becomes runner in running. Some of the more examples that we have can be rub, that will lost as rubbed again, sad, sadder, saddest, hot, hotter, cut, cutting, wish. But in some cases it might happen that sometimes it may happen that wish, it's a single syllable, right? Wishing. So that means we are ending with two consonants over here, we don't have any vowel over here. So wish will be wishing, as well as fear. Fear will convert into fearing. So a consonant over here and a vowel over here. Okay, it's ending with a double vowel, like ending in a vowel, light. So these are exceptional cases. Now you have come to know about rule number 1, that says whenever you have a single vowel plus a single consonant at the end of the word, it will double the consonant before a suffix and begins with a vowel, right? Let's move on to the rule number 2, what it has to say. Now guys, rule number 2, if you are having more than one syllable, okay, what this rule has to say. If the word ends in a single vowel plus a single consonant, it will double the final consonant if last syllable is stressed. Like for example, let's see an example. Begin. Begin, right? It's a two syllable word. Now it's ending in a single vowel as well as a single consonant. So this will turn into beginning, right? So it has already doubled the consonant. Begin, begin. We are putting a stress over here, so it becomes beginning, right? Occur. Occur. Occur will turn into occurred or occurring, right? So that will also be double R over there. When you have control, right? See, a single vowel and a single consonant. So it will either convert into, you can either convert it into controller, right? Or but. Now the exceptional case is, for answer you will have it as answered, and that will be a single R. Okay, there are exceptional cases. Now see, it depends upon the pronunciation, how you pronounce it as often. So we have an exceptional case over here, that if we have answer over here, answer. See, we are quickly saying this answer, right? We are not pronouncing it as answer, right? We are not putting any stress. So now it becomes answered. Though we have a single vowel over here as well as a single consonant, but we are not putting stress. Since we are not putting stress, that is why we are going to write it as a single consonant, answered. We cannot have double R over here. Conquer. For conquer, again you have conquered. So these both are exceptional cases. I hope rule number 2 is clear. Okay, if we look for more examples, you could say worship. For worship you will have worshipping. Worship, we quickly say this as worship, right? Worshipping. I hope rule number 2 is clear to all of you. Let's move on to the next rule, that is rule number 3. Okay guys, now check rule number 3, what it has to say. Rule number 3 states that even when you have Now let's move on to rule number 3, what it has to say. Now see, if your word is ending with an L, right, with the L, it is usually doubled even when the stress does not fall on the last syllable. Now let's see an example what this definition is trying to say. For example, we have travel, right? Now it's ending with a single L, but whether your syllable is a single one, double one, triple one, or multiple times, you are going to convert this as traveler. Again, if you have coral, it will change into coralled, right? Or if you say signal, signaled, distilled, dialed. So whenever you see L at the last of your word, you are automatically going to convert into double consonants over here. I hope this rule is clear to you. We have gone through 3 rules over here. We are going to now check what rule number 4 has to say. Okay guys, let's move on to rule number 4. Words ending in silent T. Now it's written here, words will drop the silent E before the suffix that will begin with a vowel. That means, for example, if we have live. This is silent E. We are going to automatically erase this E and we are going to convert it into living. Now it's starting with a vowel. Okay, so live over here will convert into living. Hope, another example. Hope will change into hoping. Right. Move, moving or movable. In movable we don't have E over here, so whenever you see a silent E in your words, you are going to automatically erase your A and you are going to convert it into an ing beginning with a vowel, right? Let's move on to the next rule. What next rule has to say? Let's look at rule number 5. Now, rule number 5 says that if you have words that end with either CE or GE, they will retain the E. That means you will have E over there before the suffix you are going to add that begins with your vowels, right? So, like for example, let me give you an example. Replace. See, we are having CE over here. It will remain over there when you are having this rule that ends with CE or GE. So that becomes replaceable. You cannot omit this E over here, right? If you have change, that becomes changeable. Courage, courageous. I hope this is clear. I gave you 2 examples with GE and a single example with CE. There are more words to be followed. You can find it out on internet or you can read out in your books. So you'll get a list of these examples where CE or GE is added. So whenever you are having this rule CE or GE, you are not going to omit your E, but you are going to write this as it is, ending with able or es, right? Let's move on to rule number 6. Now guys, look at this rule. See, when you have a final Y following a consonant, it will change to I before any suffix is added. Except for ing, we are going to look at some examples. Like for example, if you have happy, so what you are going to do is you are going to convert it as happily, right? See, you have a final Y over here, that is a consonant, as well as you have this P, that is also a consonant. So whenever you are having any word that is ending with a consonant, it is going to change with ILY. More examples, like for example, beauty. You say it as beautiful, right? The next word, carry, carried. So these are some of the examples. Or marry, marriage. But when you are converting marry into marrying, so what will happen is marry, marrying, or carry, carrying. So I hope this rule is clear to you. Whenever you are ending with the consonant Y, you are going to either convert it into happily ly, ending with ful, or ending with ed. But with marry, if you are ending with ing, so it will remain the same, marrying, carrying, right? In the first few words where we saw happy, we omitted y over there and added ILY. So this is the difference. Let's see, a few exceptions for this is as well as beauty, beauteous, you could say. These are a few exceptions, but beauty might turn into beauteous, EOUS, or pity, piteous, shy, shyness, So these are some of the exceptional cases. Dry, dryness. We have gone through 6 of the rules. I hope these 6 rules are clear to you. Let's move on to the final ones, the second last, that is rule number 7, what it has to say. Now see, look over here. It's written the second L in suffix full stop. That means, for example, if we have skillful, right? Sorry, let's make it more clear. Skill plus full. So we are going to convert it into skillful, right? Or willful. Willful. So you're going to drop the second L over here. Willful. Now let's move on to the last one, that is rule number 8. You have IE over here as well as EI. Now see, most of the people are doing mistakes while they are writing spellings of IE and EI. It's clearly stated over here that when EI is pronounced as in B. See, we don't spell it as, we are spelling it as B, but the pronunciation becomes BBIB, right? So it comes before A except after C. Whenever you are having a C, what will happen is you are going to add EI over there, right? For example, if you are having believe, that will automatically become believe, right? You are adding IE over here since there is no C. Or if you are saying relieve, it will become relieve. Or grieve, it will be grieve. But when you are having any word that is following a consonant C, that will become EI. The word will be ending with EI. Not ending, but it will have it in the middle. Like for example, deceive, conceive, receipt. So over here you say that as soon as C comes over here, you are going to write EI. Following C, following the consonant C, you'll have to add EI over here and not IE. I hope this is clear. But again, in this rule we have a few exceptions. What exceptions are those? That is, for example, you write C's. You don't write IE, but it's EI, C's. Counterfeit. Weird, right? See, these are some of the words where you are ending this with EI. I hope all the rules are clear to you. Now, seeing all these rules, I hope the next time when you are writing an article, when you are forming an essay, or when you are teaching someone, you are going to follow these rules and you will have no mistakes. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot for taking this class. If you have any questions, any queries, please leave those questions in the comment section below. As soon as I see them, I'll reply to them shortly. Thanks a lot. Take care.